Have you ever wondered how history and modernity can coexist in the same space? What happens when centuries-old architecture meets contemporary design? The result is nothing short of spectacular. From medieval castles transformed into modern homes to ancient structures revived with sleek, cutting-edge materials, these buildings tell stories of the past while embracing the future. Join us as we explore 12 remarkable examples of historic buildings with a modern twist, where time-honored architecture meets innovative design in the most breathtaking ways. This journey through time and style is one you won't want to miss. Let's dive in. The Louvre Pyramid, Paris, France. The Louvre, one of the world's largest and most visited museums, is not just famous for its incredible art collection, but also for its striking modern addition, the Glass Pyramid. Designed by architect I.M. Pei and unveiled in 1989, the pyramid serves as the main entrance to the museum and stands in sharp contrast to the classical French Renaissance architecture of the surrounding buildings. This juxtaposition of styles was initially controversial but has since become an iconic symbol of Paris. The pyramid, constructed with 673 glass panes, allows natural light to flood the museum's underground lobby, enhancing the visitor experience. It's a perfect example of how modern design can complement and even enhance historic structures. The Louvre Pyramid not only revitalized the museum, but also sparked a broader conversation about the integration of contemporary architecture within historical contexts. Reichstag Building, Berlin, Germany. The Reichstag, home to the German parliament, is a powerful symbol of Germany's turbulent history. Originally built in 1894, the building suffered significant damage during World War II and remained in a state of disrepair during the Cold War. After the reunification of Germany, it was decided that the Reichstag would be restored, but with a modern twist. Architect Norman Foster was commissioned to redesign the building, and in 1999, the new Reichstag was unveiled. Foster's design retained the building's historic facade but added a futuristic glass dome on top. This dome, which allows visitors to view the parliamentary proceedings below, represents transparency in government, a stark contrast to the building's past. The combination of old and new in the Reichstag exemplifies how modern architecture can breathe new life into historical landmarks while preserving their legacy. The Royal Ontario Museum, Toronto, Canada. The Royal Ontario Museum, (ROM), is one of Canada's largest and most important museums, housing a vast collection of art, culture, and natural history. The original building, completed in 1914, features a neo-Romanesque style that was common for cultural institutions of that era. However, in 2007, the museum underwent a dramatic transformation with the addition of the Michael Lee Chin crystal. Designed by architect Daniel Libeskind, the crystal is a striking angular structure made of glass and aluminum that juts out from the original building. The modern addition contrasts sharply with the museum's historic architecture, creating a dynamic interplay between old and new. The crystal not only expanded the museum's exhibition space, but also redefined its image, making the ROM a symbol of Toronto's evolving cultural landscape. Castelvecchio Museum, Verona, Italy. Castelvecchio, a medieval fortress in Verona, Italy, was originally built in the 14th century by the Scaliger dynasty. Over the centuries, it served various military purposes until it was converted into a museum in the 1920s. However, it wasn't until architect Carlo Scarpa intervened in the 1950s and 60s that the museum truly came into its own. Scarpa's renovation is considered a masterpiece of modern architecture. Scarpa respected the fortress's historical significance while introducing modern elements such as sleek steel and glass structures to create a harmonious dialogue between the old and the new. His design carefully guides visitors through the museum, enhancing the experience with thoughtful juxtapositions of materials and textures. The Castelvecchio Museum is a prime example of how contemporary architecture can coexist with and even elevate historic structures. The Great Court at the British Museum, London, UK. The British Museum, established in 1753, is one of the world's most famous museums, known for its vast collection of art and artifacts. In 2000, The museum underwent a significant transformation with the opening of the Great Court, a 2-acre enclosed courtyard designed by Foster and Partners. The centerpiece of this project is the stunning glass and steel roof that covers the courtyard, creating the largest covered square in Europe. The roof's design is both modern and respectful of the museum's neoclassical architecture, blending seamlessly with the surrounding buildings while providing a light-filled space for visitors. The Great Court has become a focal point of the museum, enhancing its functionality and accessibility. This project demonstrates how modern interventions can add value to historic spaces, making them more relevant to contemporary audiences. The Gasometer City, Vienna, Austria. In Vienna, 4 massive gasometers, once used to store coal gas, stood as relics of the city's industrial past. Built between 1896 and 1899, these brick structures were decommissioned in 1984 and left unused for many years. However, in the late 1990s, they were transformed into a vibrant urban complex known as Gasometer City. This ambitious redevelopment project was led by 4 different architects, each responsible for converting one of the gasometers. The result is a unique blend of historic and modern architecture, with the gasometers now housing apartments, offices, shops, and entertainment venues. The architects retained the original brick facades while adding modern elements such as glass towers and atriums, creating a striking contrast between the old and new. Gasometer City is a testament to the potential of adaptive reuse, where historic structures are preserved and reimagined for contemporary use. The Glass House at the Phillips Collection, Washington, D.C., USA. The Phillips Collection, America's first museum of modern art, is housed in the historic Phillips House, a Georgian revival mansion built in 1897. In 2006, the museum expanded with the addition of the Glass House, a modern structure designed by Kieran Timberlake. The Glass House is a minimalist, transparent pavilion that contrasts sharply with the traditional architecture of the original building. The new addition creates a seamless connection between the museum's old and new sections, providing additional gallery space and allowing natural light to flood the interiors. The Glass House's design reflects the museum's mission to blend tradition with innovation, offering visitors a fresh perspective on both the art and the architecture. This project highlights the possibilities of integrating modern design into historic settings, enhancing the overall visitor experience. The Prada Transformer, Seoul, South Korea. The Prada Transformer was a temporary structure designed by architect Rem Koolhaas and his firm MOMA for the fashion brand Prada. Located on the grounds of the historic Gyeonghui Palace in Seoul, this unique building was unlike any other. The Transformer was a tetrahedron-shaped structure that could be rotated to create different configurations, allowing it to serve multiple functions, from a fashion exhibition space to a cinema. The contrast between the futuristic design of the Transformer and the traditional architecture of the surrounding palace created a visually striking juxtaposition. Although the structure was temporary, it left a lasting impression, showcasing the potential of modern architecture to create dynamic, adaptable spaces that interact with their historical contexts in innovative ways. Caixaforum, Madrid, Spain. Caixaforum, Madrid is a cultural center located in the heart of Madrid, housed in a former power station built in the early 20th century. The building was transformed by architects Herzog and de Meuron, who are known for their innovative approach to adaptive reuse. The most striking feature of Caixaforum is its levitating facade. The original brick structure appears to float above the ground, supported by a steel base. The architects also added a vertical garden to one side of the building, contrasting the industrial brickwork with lush greenery. Inside, the modern design continues, with open spaces and minimalist interiors that highlight the building's historical elements. Caixaforum. Madrid is a prime example of how modern architecture can breathe new life into industrial heritage sites, creating vibrant cultural spaces that are both functional and visually captivating. The Zeitz Mocaa, Cape Town, South Africa. The Zeitz Museum of Contemporary Art Africa, or Mocaa, is located in Cape Town's V&A waterfront. housed in a former grain silo that was once the tallest building in sub-Saharan Africa. The building, originally constructed in 1921, was transformed into a museum by architect Thomas Heatherwick in 2017. Heatherwick's design retained the original silo structure while creating a dramatic central atrium carved out of the concrete tubes. The atrium, which resembles a giant honeycombed cathedral, is both awe-inspiring and functional, providing a striking entrance to the museum. The combination of industrial heritage and modern design makes Zeitz Mocaa one of the most unique museums in the world. This project demonstrates the potential of modern architecture to reimagine and repurpose historic structures in ways that honor their past while making them relevant for the future. The Museum of Modern Art, MoMA, Expansion, New York, USA. The Museum of Modern Art, or MoMA, in New York City is one of the most influential modern art museums in the world. Over the years, MoMA has undergone several expansions, the most recent of which was completed in 2019 by architects DwellScape plus Renfro. The expansion added over 40,000 square feet of gallery space, but perhaps the most significant change was the integration of the museum's modernist design with the surrounding cityscape. The new facade, featuring large glass windows, blurs the boundaries between the museum's interior and the bustling streets of Manhattan, inviting the public to engage with the art within. The expansion also involved the careful preservation and integration of adjacent historic buildings, creating a seamless blend of old and new. MoMA's expansion is a testament to how modern architecture can enhance and expand historic institutions, making them more accessible and relevant to contemporary audiences. The Acropolis Museum, Athens, Greece. The Acropolis Museum, located at the foot of the Acropolis in Athens, is one of the most important archaeological museums in the world. Opened in 2009, the museum was designed by architect Bernard Tschumi and Greek architect Michael Fotiadis. The modern structure is built on stilts to preserve the archaeological site beneath it, allowing visitors to view the ancient ruins through glass floors as they explore the museum. The museum's design is a blend of modern and ancient, with sleek, minimalist interiors that contrast with the historic artifacts on display. The building's orientation and use of glass also create a visual connection with the Parthenon, reinforcing the link between the museum and the ancient site it serves. The Acropolis Museum is a perfect example of how modern architecture can enhance the experience of historical sites, providing a bridge between the past and the present. From the Louvre Pyramid's striking glass structure to the Zeitz Mocaa's repurposed grain silo, these 12 buildings demonstrate how history and modernity can coexist in harmony. Each of these architectural marvels tells a story of innovation and preservation, showing us that the past and the future can be woven together to create something truly extraordinary. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to DwellScape. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, keep discovering the world's wonders with us.